I'll even unmute it. All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, at the resuming of the public hearing for chapter 114, planning and zoning fees and costs, is opened at 6:32. Anyone wishing to comment on the proposed building permit fees, zoning board of appeals fees, and planning board fees may do so, and PDD fees. So hold it open for 5 minutes. Sound good? Karen, we haven't been struck mute. We're having a public hearing on something, so. Board now might be a good time to ask Peter any questions on this as well. The question that we had last time was on, I think Cindy asked about temporary signs, and we took that out. And the other changes are highlighted in red.
For the purpose is it's up to date what's going on neighboring towns. I also didn't raise any of the zoning board or planning board because I didn't want to discourage village residents from going to the, it's just $50. That's, one place is $200. More things, but $180. I don't want to discourage them. So we'll just keep it at $50.
Yes.
And I also, I laugh because I think the commercial fees got raised in the square foot. I should tell you that last night the planning board approved the site plan of the mill. That new addition would be about 6,000 square feet. So we're up to about 54 cents a square foot. So
We're in the public hearing for chapter 114 now.
okay. I just thought our
For another 3 minutes.
Really about
the law was the
new thing is the special use permit and we're gonna have that.
Nice of you, sending the water line, I can control 50 on again.
So we will need a resolution
That's
approving local law number.
It's I think we have to say 1,360. Yeah, it goes from that little rental building
Or whatever. You want to see if Susan knows what number that is?
so if that's an end to our water at that point.
Yeah.
Local law number X.
No, it comes down from, was it Hudson Avenue? Comes down,
You're telling me that their planning board unanimously recommended against it, and they still passed it?
Amazing.
Very Republican.
He estimates. He figured it out. Yes, wait, I think 9,000 gallons.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hearing no objections or discussion on the chapter 114, the public hearing is closed at 6:37. And the regular meeting is hereby opened. Public comment?
Have we pledged?
Yes. All right, public comment. On to reports, superintendent reports, they put the tents up, the big tents up, a couple of times actually. Put the stage up in the auditorium. They've been mowing, weed whacking. They dug up and fixed a water shutoff on Washington Ave. Hauling asphalt millings out. And picking up brush and leaves twice a week. Pretty much normal summer stuff. Treasurer.
First, this very information, Concord CHS Wealth Management has been hired to take on January things. Our CPA is working remotely from North Carolina and started training with our software. And I think the last email I saw, it said they might be training for up to a month and trying to accelerate that. The second item is that T accounts, which are payroll deduction items, were erroneously included last month's abstract form. So I'm asking for a resolution to accept the corrections to the May abstract as detailed out in the treasurer's report.
Yeah. Discussion? Tom?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
Heidi? Tina? Me? Yes.
Can I ask a question, Barry?
Yeah.
You know the difference of this is gonna cost in terms of what we used to pay game versus what we might have to pay?
It's similar.
It's very,
similar.
it was surprisingly close.
Yeah.
I neglected to get those details to you. I will get that for next meeting. I just made a note to myself. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, that's the other.
That's it, okay. Chief, code enforcement, Bob said, couldn't make it, parking, auditorium.
Yeah, everything is doing fine. Going back and just beginning of this year, first, we have players on and birthday party up there, which was enjoyed by all and so lovely. We had 2 quarters and teas, and that, you remember, is item that we added just to open the auditorium. We did specific times so that people can come, and each week that was done, people have showed up. We have someone who's playing the organ, 15 minutes doing a little demonstration. People love it, so that might be something that would certainly be carried on into the future. We also had one thing specifically as follows, and Lydia Hoffman and Scott Reagan for their great presentation that they did all about groundbreaking audit. Time research and it has an open mic. It's really fun. We've had this weekend music company orchestra. We've had 100. So I think that was a good attendance for such an event. And we're going forward with everything that has next week is all sent to emails. Please, part of that staff involves 10 participants. So it's not only all of that, having more as choreographers. And we use that should be very interesting about this night of the film producer has been in my scenes going down the building. I don't know where we'll all end up with Saturday, but there's been a lot of taking going on. Because behind the dance is a documentary. Very interesting. And speaking of my information. Now, I mean, we all look over to the phone, we have the phone. And right now, I was comparing was having their so there's a lot that have been 19 events in June. So it's been very good.
Is there another tea and tour tomorrow? Okay, we had somebody come in asking about it. Want to make sure we told them the right thing. AP3 clear, chief.
Okay. Last month, 43 calls, it's still 20 some odd calls over last year at the same point, so. Been to some parades, we got a parade on 4th of July, July 6th, we use the roller in Boston because of the air quality that's it. So, we scheduled it, been working with, trying to get numbers from the town so that we can start our budgets. We have to have our budgets in August in Boston. So as soon as they have the final numbers. Then, the new truck that we had ordered, supposed to come in next September, is now delayed to November of next year. Just because of something delays. Other than that, pretty much it. Any questions?
Oh, thank you. So regarding local law number, what, 5, 2, 5.
And that should be.
Okay, I will entertain a resolution to accept chapter 114. Planning and zoning fees and costs. Let me just read the title and purpose. This chapter is titled Fees and Reimbursements of Costs and Expenses. It is the purpose of this chapter to make it easier for those required to pay fees or to reimburse the village of Round Lake for costs and expenses to find and accurately determine such amounts and to assist the village of Round Lake in collecting such amounts. Where the fees set forth in this chapter conflict with fees in other portions of the code of the village of Round Lake, the provisions of this chapter shall control. Fees and reimbursements occurring elsewhere in the code of the village of Round Lake which do not appear in this chapter are not eliminated by not appearing in this chapter. Nothing herein shall be read to diminish any of the procedural or substantive rights of the village of Round Lake established elsewhere in the code of the village of Round Lake. Unless otherwise stated, all fees charged by the village shall be deemed administrative fees. This chapter does not apply to penalties for code violations which are determined or ordered by a court of law. Motion to accept, Tina. Second, Matthew, and discussion. Anybody have any questions for Peter on these? Or looks good.
The red is the old or the red?
Red is the new, correct? Yeah.
What's crossed out has been
We didn't
eliminated from the last draft.
get any crossed out. Yeah, we don't have that.
Okay.
We have
On
just
this
that.
document, lower.
Yes.
Right. That is wrong.
Pardon?
That is the corrected of the email.
Yes. Okay, Tom,
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
Heidi? Tina?
Yes.
Me? Yes. Fees and costs. Next is setting a public hearing date for the revisions to chapter 180-3 or 180-3 dealing with short-term rentals. The changes are being sent to you. This is not for discussion now, it's just for setting a public hearing.
The motion we set a public hearing. On July 19th, that's
July 19th.
Now, I'm sure we named ourselves these agency before, but
we did, yes.
okay.
Do I have a second? Tina? Discussion. Tom?
Yes.
Heidi? Matt?
Yes.
Tina? Yes. Under new business, I have somewhere here. Somehow moved over here. A letter I would like to send to the Town Board of Malta regarding a development on the south shore of Saratoga Lake. And the reason it impacts Round Lake is, well, let me just read the proposed letter. I'm writing to urge you to send the South Shore Marina project back to the planning board and to require the original public access for non-motorized watercraft, which was part of the original plan. As the photo below will demonstrate, there's an enormous demand for free public access to lakes. The photos, which I attached to I think I emailed it out as well, show the parking on up and down Route 9, summer and winter, and demonstrates the demand for the lake all year round. The original proposal required 20 parking spots for canoes and kayaks. And that was eliminated. The Malta Town Planning Board, in fact, unanimously rejected the plan, and the town board overrode it. So I ask your support in sending them a letter, just asking them to reconsider, to increase the public access. They did buy Mangino, the old Mangino's restaurant, which will give them about an 80-foot strip of land to create a boat dock in the future, or a launch in the future. But that's going to be a big project. It's quite expensive. There'll be a lot of paving involved in remediation. So I don't see that happening for a number of years. There hasn't even been any planning for it that I've seen any evidence for. So if you're okay, I will send this on. Any thoughts on it, Tom?
It's an issue that's always stuck in my for a long time. We have public access to the place.
Yeah.
And not just that, I don't know how the rest of the students. Might be more appropriate. We add their company there.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for.
Yeah, if we're all in favor.
Sound good? Alrighty.
Quick question, was the town board's vote unanimous?
Oh, was it?
To accept. I don't think the town board is voting.
They haven't voted. I know there's one,
Discussed it. The town board will approve it all, it's only to go back to the planning board for site plan review.
right,
So
And I-
we approve to the town board, and then it comes back to planning board for the site. But as of last month, they hadn't done it.
right, but they could refer it back to the planning board.
Yeah, it didn't sound like.
I know there's one vote to do that.
Okay, well, that's what I was, okay, thank you.
So,
But I'm on the planning board, like.
yeah. Righty, and, correspondence, any correspondence? Susan, any correspondence, any letters? Any letters praising our performance?
I was gonna say, you know, I've been reaching out when people have called, have been asking or coming in with their bills, asking them so that we can update
Okay,
the,
yeah.
you know, emails and phone numbers, emergency contacts and.
Yeah.
That's been-
We're making a concerted
that has been
effort
well received.
to make sure that we have contact info for people. The approval of minutes, the April 19th minutes. Motion to approve, Tom, second?
April? The second April?
April, yeah, good time.
Yeah, I was
looking at the-
not here today. Just looking.
Okay, April, right.
Tina Cantor, I'm not.
No, April, Tina Ken.
Yeah.
April, yeah, Gary, yeah, you're not here. So I'll make a motion to approve the April 19th minutes.
I'll say.
Tom seconds, discussion. Matt, there, yeah. Matt,
Yes.
Tom?
Yeah.
Tina? Yeah, and Heidi abstains, right? And the May 17th meetings. I'll make a motion to approve. And Tina and Heidi may vote. Tina seconds, Heidi seconds. Discussion? Heidi? Tina? You're abstaining, Tom. And me, yes. Approval of abstract.
Change it.
That's. So we can mostly include the abstract, the amount of. Oh, sorry, the June abstract, the amount of $79,427.21. Food for fund as follows: 8 months, $61,055. Exxon, $15,003. B fund, $440.53. H fund, $1,513.
Second. Discussion? Tom?
Yes.
Heidi? Matt?
Yes.
Tina?
No confusion then.
Sorry, far.
Okay, village attorney. Words of wisdom.
Peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Thank you.
And with
The mayor, word on traffic, the Capital District Transportation Council contacted, local mayors and supervisors, asking if they would like data collection. So I, of course, jumped on it. And they will be in July setting up data collection units on those little rubber things that go across the road. You see them? A couple of them. They measure the volume and the number of cars and the speed. They'll be setting it up on Washington between Curry and Bangs, Washington between Curry and Goldfoot, and Curry between exit 11 and Washington. That way we can get a good number on how many cars are coming down the village and cutting through shortcuts. And that will determine what else what mitigation steps we can do. And Matt and I are also putting together a traffic committee to look at solutions, changes of traffic patterns, stop signs, speed humps, crosswalks, signage, and things like that. That's probably I get the most comments or emails from people regarding people blowing through stop signs, and it's infuriating. We had a car hit a house. That might have been a medical thing, but there's a lot of bad drivers. And village trustees, Matt? Heidi? Tom?
Nope.
Nina?
We just encourage residents to look at their addresses clearly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Public comment. Peter.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we stopped work today on the tower. Which I'm told it's pretty well designed. Even the main piece that goes up 45 feet in the air, it's totally designed. I have, we broke off the area. Tomorrow the crew will broke off the whole area there. Those blocking spots here to use. A crew coming in tomorrow to secure the tower for now. Those are the village engineer trying to get advice on the repair, which will be, relative 6 figures. We'll repair that. So for the next, I don't know how it's going to truly affect the other story. We want to keep people away, maybe if,
I mean, 100 kids, I mean, at the 8 days from now.
it's not going to be done. So we'll flag it off, keep people away from that. There may be only one person who can go in the block door there and open up the other doors. You choose the side doors, figure it out. It's really dangerous. It's not in good shape.
Is there a way we could make the barriers more effective? We by renting some metal barriers to barricade the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. I have the village crew coming in tomorrow to barricade it somehow. We have cones up there.
Phones and tape.
Yeah,
It's not gonna keep.
we look like, it looks like if it came down, it wouldn't hit any houses. It'll block the street, it's not gonna hit any houses. It's really bad. We're not, if you say that.
At 6 foot construction.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
And then you wonder if it could fall, I don't want to be alarmed, but if it could fall and fall into the street,
it will fall if it goes.
should we have the street on it? So where is that affected? When I don't want to make a bigger deal.
I think they're coming tomorrow they're coming tomorrow to shore up that, see how well it looks. I have the village engineer coming back. He's a civil engineer, not structural. So he's going to talk to a structural engineer. How do we get a 45 foot piece of 8 by 8 into the village? I guess if they could bring a telephone pole, it's really easy to put that big outside. Yeah, it's a mess. So,
Assuming we can't bring them out.
you can't.
Yeah.
I told you.
Ironically, wasn't it today's time meeting, or yesterday, they had a look back 50 years, they had in the local section. And one of the look backs was, around the auditorium. And the superintendent of the time, O'Reilly Stickler, was, quoted as saying, the bell tower is in dire need of repair.
Well, Sharon was telling me it's been repaired twice already.
Yeah, they show the vandalism, all the windows that were broken, 1973. And, I think it was today.
Yeah, I usually read that every day too, and I didn't see that.
Peter, does it need to be repaired or does it need to be taken down and completely built new?
No, I even thought, I said, maybe, using steel would be better. I mean, I know the one in Oak Bluffs is made out of steel. Maybe we should reevaluate what material we use to hold that thing up. At least the one, I don't know, I guess the engine, our village engineer is came today to pictures, he's consulting with a structural engineer. He'll be back probably Friday. I have the crew who were working on it coming back tomorrow, and they will put some 2x8s all around that column and secure it to the building. And I think it'll be more secure than it was.
That is bad news.
Yeah.
Well, looking at it, I can tell, it looks like the whole thing needs to be replaced. We tried to put one piece there, and no, now that the whole thing is covered. So, rather than mandate something, why don't we really just deal with it? I think that steel structure would be good, even that increase it into that people felt if they didn't like steel that structure. But right now, how do we get it for the next 2 months?
Was, I think somebody can go in that, one person can go in that one door, next lot, the only door that really, and then nobody else, and then they go in and open up the other. More bigger concern, we're gonna go for a large area. And take away those.
We could put a lock and a hasp on the, the double doors and not put the bar down on the inside and get some more keys made.
There are no keys.
Right, but if you put a hasp on it with a lock, that would be.
It's probably best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really good.
Yeah. I think that's-
Yeah, right.
One step.
Tonight, because it just doesn't open, even when it's open, it's closed.
That's my fair to say.
And
You can't, yeah.
Which door is that?
I think that's.
The double doors? Yikes, all right. Thank you for that, Peter. Okay, I will entertain a motion to enter executive session to discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. Discussion? Tom? Heidi? Matt? Dana? Yes, yes. Thank you.
Except Peter.
Except Peter, don't leave. Good thinking. Stop.